This alternative is the HSIP Interim Action Alternative, which we've labeled INT-1, ELE-4, ELE-7. At the same time that we have been working through the process of developing long-term improvements for this intersection, DOT and PF has been pursuing a near-term, lower-cost project that can reduce the number and likelihood of serious crashes at the intersection. The proposed safety improvement project has competed with other safety improvements throughout the state and has received Highway Safety Improvement Program, or HSIP, funding. DOT and PF's new HSIP project will aim for construction in 2022. What we are showing you on the screen right now is the interim alternative that was submitted for safety funding, plus additional elements to meet the other identified project needs. Note that all of the purpose and need elements have been addressed. Safety improvements, alternative driving routes when there's a crash, and non-motorized access. Now I will describe the elements of this alternative. This alternative has three parts that are focused on decreasing crashes. There is the offset northbound right turn lane. We heard people say that when they're turning southbound left, they can't tell the difference between through vehicles and right turn vehicles. By offsetting the northbound right turn lane, drivers will be able to tell the difference between through and right turn vehicles. We are also including median pavement markings to help left turn drivers line up with the roadway they are entering and to reduce the distance to cross. Finally, as part of the safety improvements, we are proposing a speed reduction in winter, that's in November, December, and January, which is the period we have found the most crashes happen. We know that people don't drive more slowly just because of a speed limit sign. However, we know that this community is very interested in improving the safety of this intersection. Our alternative includes an education campaign to help drivers understand how driving more slowly in this area will increase safety. We are proposing to have overhead signs that remind drivers to slow down in this area to increase safety. We are proposing to use speed feedback signs that tell drivers what their speed is so that they will be reminded to think about their speed and slow down. As part of the HSIP safety project implementation, we will also be coordinating with local law enforcement. The elements I've just described are all part of the HSIP safety project. However, this HSIP safety project does not take the place of a larger project because it only meets one of the project's needs, which is safety. This improvement doesn't address the need to improve pedestrian crossings and to provide alternate driving routes when there are accidents on Egan. The Egan-Yanduken project team has therefore added additional improvements to the HSIP safety project to better meet the overall project needs. Recommended elements to meet the additional needs include: we have included median crossovers to meet the need for alternate driving routes during a crash, and we have included a pedestrian connection, which is a tunnel or an overpass, to allow pedestrians and bicyclists to cross the highway without interacting with high-speed Egan Drive traffic. Let me explain how the median crossover treatment would work. For the median crossover treatment, we would build pavement in the median that could be used to keep traffic moving when lanes are closed because of a crash. For example, if a crash closes the highway just at Yandukan Glacier Lemon Road so that no one can go outbound towards Mendenhall Valley. Then, traffic cones will be placed, allowing vehicles coming from downtown to cross the median and use one lane to travel outbound. When outbound traffic reaches the second median crossover point, they will return to the outbound side of the road. Vehicles headed downtown will use the other lane to travel inbound. Median crossovers provide a low-cost way to keep traffic moving when there is a crash. Now let's look at the preliminary screening results. As you can see, all of the baseline purpose and needs have been met with this alternative. Therefore, everything at the top is green. Now let's look at the other considerations. One thing that's important to note with this alternative is that none of these show red, which means that they're all the same as or improved from the existing condition. This alternative meets the needs as much as possible without negatively affecting the environment, with minimal need for right-of-way and at medium cost. According to the evaluation with these draft Level 1 screening criteria, the project team proposes moving this alternative forward along with other alternatives for the Level 2 screening. Components of this alternative that will receive further review include the HSIP-funded safety project, as well as the elements to improve pedestrian access and to develop alternate routes in case of a crash.